Hey everyone, welcome back to the 90 Degrees podcast. It's myself, Neil, along with Dil, Raz, and Habs. And today we're going to be talking about the next big UFC fight coming to our hometown of London, nonetheless. Wembley, no, the O2 Arena. It's going to be the main event is going to be Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman for the middleweight championship, undisputed middleweight championship. Now, this is just such a big fight. It's probably one of the biggest fights of all time in the UFC because you've got the ex pound for pound number one, Kamaru Usman, who is one of the best. Sorry, I said middleweight, welterweights. He was one of the best welterweights of all time. Probably is one of the best welterweights of all time. Fighting Leon Edwards, the hometown boy, although from actual Birmingham, not London, but he's going to have the whole UK support behind him.
Yeah.
And he's been on a massive, long, undefeated run of I think 10 or 11 fights, and he's coming off a head kick victory over Kamaru Usman in their rematch. Which
what a head kick!
What a head kick!
Beautiful kick! Beautiful.
Now, I'm going to give my analysis of this. But let's go to Habs. What's your thoughts on this match? How do you see it going? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. You know what? Leon did well, right? He came in and no one expected much of him like that in terms of what he did. And Kamaru, he's a champion, isn't it? He came in and he was actually losing it. He wasn't doing so well. He was holding his own, but he wasn't doing well, and it seemed like it was all going towards Usman. But he set up a nice jab, followed by that left high kick. And if you looked at the replay, man, his head shook. Usman's head shook dirty. So
I don't think he was expecting that at
no,
all.
no. Do you know it's set up? Because when you block, when you hit with the left and it follows with, you can't see it. You don't see it coming because he went to dodge that left and he went into the kick, which actually momentum. It made it worse.
And did you know how he set that kick up? Or did you see like when he got that energy? Because he got a little break, and then he got that little recovery because he's a wicked striker with the kicks, man. I love his kicks.
Yeah.
But you see, he kept even from the beginning, he was kicking Usman to the body a lot.
Yeah.
And Usman, you see, he was like constantly like that, but he wasn't liking the kicks to the body. And near the end, he started to drop both hands to block this kick.
Yeah.
So now he's worried about this kick so much, and he's getting probably tired, dropped his guard. And then someone like a pro like that, Edwards, he gonna hit a nice striker like that. He's gonna pick up on that straight away.
Yeah.
And instantly he did. Soon as he saw, hey, this guy's hands dropping now. Bang, no waiting, let's go.
He left him
vulnerable. Just chopped it up straight. That was, people said that was a lucky kick, man. No, man, that was a beautiful set.
Oh, you could see him set that up because he was faking, and then basically he went for it. He knew he was going to do that.
Yeah.
But you got to give it to Leon, man. Edwards, he what's it called? Every time he got taken down, because he got taken down a lot of times. And his technique, getting back up, he knew how to defend it straight away. The first time he got taken down, he put his hand straight out, got back up. Every time he got taken down, he Kimura'd him. The second time he got taken down, he did a Kimura grip. Yeah, turned his back, made sure he pinned down the arm, so protected his face, got back up, used the cage. He's very smart in how to defend that.
He shocked Usman.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Going back,
what you gonna?
Both of them got 20 wins. Yeah, each. Kamaru Usman's got 2 losses. One of them to Leon Edwards, obviously, and what a fantastic kick that was. And Edwards, he's got 3 losses on his 20 after his 20 wins. Yeah. And one of them also was a loss to Usman, yeah? But he's been very quietly, he's got one of the longest streaks in the UFC, yeah? 11 wins after the Kamaru Usman kick to the head, yeah? 11 wins. And he's fought the likes. He's beaten. He's got the high-profile scalps of Usman, Nate Diaz, Rafael Dos Anjos, Cowboy Cerrone, and Vincent Luque. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Yeah, Vincent Luque or Luque. Yeah, those are high-profile names that he's got in those 11 wins. So, he means business. He's a British boy.
He's fire. He's fire.
Yeah, he's fire. But you know what? Usman as well. That guy's fire too, bros. I think that was one of those kicks.
I have to say that's my guy, bro. Usman.
That was one of those kicks. He got caught. Unlucky. Yeah. Unlucky he got caught, but it happened. Ed, all props to Edwards. You can't knock him for it. He's been fighting 10, 11 wins back to back. I think I just know, like, because Kamaru Usman said in an interview just I think a couple of days back, he said, look, he's so happy that pressure was taken off him of being unbeaten.
Yeah.
Yeah, or for so long that pressure was taken off him, so he feels
he's got the hunger now to get it back.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's got the hunger. This is the thing, but thing he's been fighting quite. He didn't, go around shouting about it or anything like that. Leon Edwards, he's actually quite humble, and for 11 fights straight through, I don't think he's gonna lose. I think he's gonna be a good champ going forward. You know that. I don't think Usman's gonna beat him.
Is he gonna? Yeah. Is he gonna Kimura Kamara?
Kimura, look.
Yeah. Is he gonna Kimura?
Kamara. Your word playing, yeah.
It's word playing, yeah. We're gonna Kamara. If you look at their last fight, though, Kamaru, I think he did 83 significant strikes out of 135, compared to Leon Edwards, which was like 55 out of 75. Although Leon threw less punches, right? He landed 73%.
He was on point.
61.
Yeah, he was on point.
Yeah, he was on point. So his strikes were actually on point. 73% actually landed compared to 61. And did you see that submission attempt? He went for the submission attempt, and Kamaru had to actually work and get out of it. In fact, wasn't it? He got saved by the bell.
Yeah.
Usman,
yeah. Usman got saved by the bell. It was literally, and I'm telling you now that he had that locked on. Like all he had to do was work it. Yeah, Usman had to get his left shoulder onto the ground, onto the mat. But if it wasn't for the bell, he would have got rear naked.
So what? What you were saying about the submission? Yeah, that was. I mean, I've heard Leon talk about this fight, and he saying, and I kind of believe him. He doesn't see how Kamara can beat him because he's got the better striking, and he can wrestle with him.
Yeah.
So it's just I kind of believe him. Like, how can he beat him? He can't. But Kamara you can't write a guy like Kamara out because he's probably one of the best wrestlers in the UFC. He's got a nasty, he's got knockout power, he's got a crazy jab. So he's got the fight IQ. They've both got the fight IQ.
So do you think it's going to be a 50-50?
I think it's going to be a 50-50 war, and I'm probably going to go with the unexpected. I'll probably go Usman to get a KO on Leon Edwards, and it probably be maybe the third round. Just I don't know why, just random. But if I'm saying why, because maybe Leon gets too confident with his striking, and he basically leaves himself open, rather.
It's going to be action-packed here.
It's going to be action-packed, I think. It's going to be action-packed, and it will be, there'll be a KO, but it could go either way. I'm going to go Usman because no one will expect him to get the KO. And he did that to Gilbert Burns when nobody expected him to get the KO, and he did it.
What about you, Russ? What you say?
Nah, I believe this is going to be a case of where the will defeats the skill, overpowers the skill in this case. Because like Usman, to me, he's a monster, man. Like he's not as refined as someone like Edwards with the striking and stuff, but he's, like Neil said, he's power, man. He's powerful, he's durable. Yeah, he can get hurt, but he recovers too. And he's just got that will, man. He just doesn't stop coming forwards and put that pressure on. And his ground game and his, grappling is wicked. And if you see the last fight, Edwards did really well in the first 2 rounds. But because he's mainly a striker, being a striker is hard to sustain that kind of energy for 5 rounds. It's hard, man. It's really hard. You have to be a little bit smart about it. But Usman, I don't think they're give him that space. Just like the last fight, he didn't give him that space. And you see, after the 2 rounds, it was getting hard for Edwards. It was starting to slow down, and Usman was just taking it away. And I think if he didn't get knocked out, he would have won that because he was going that way.
I do think he would have won that.
And I think similar things going to happen again. But Usman's going to make sure this time he's more aware of that kick to the head. He's going to be super aware of those devastating kicks and make sure no matter what happens, I ain't going to drop my hands this time. And it will go my way. Yeah, so I think Usman is going to overpower him eventually. I don't know about stoppage, though. If it's going to be a stoppage, it'll be a late one by some sort of groundwork, either, ground and pound or submission or some sort. I don't think he's going to get him with a strike because I think Edwards got the IQ to not get flush, like hit flush with a strike like that. So I'm going with Usman. More likely unanimous decision. Yeah.
He says, "Let's wrestle. Let's wrestle."
He's a good wrestler, though.
Leon's been training since they've both been training since they were kids.
Yeah, they're both.
And they both had hard lifestyle bringing up Leon over here. He's had a lot of he grew up around a lot of gangs and stuff. So for him to come out and turn his life around and become, beat possibly the pound for pound #1 guy with a knockout of the year, that head kick.
Yeah.
And now he's the undisputed. And if he defends it against, the pound for pound, top 3 guy, Usman, it's an unbelievable achievement. And I didn't see him doing it. And now no one's kind of, I think he's probably the underdog for this one. I'm not sure, but yeah, if he pulls this off again, it's just unbelievable,
So what are you saying, Neil? What round? What do you think? Who's going to win?
What you said.
So I think it's going to be really close fight, but I think Leon might get complacent with the striking and forget Usman has got knockout power, and I think Usman could catch him in maybe the 3rd round, and that's So Usman TKO 3rd round stoppage is my prediction.
Very specific.
Yeah.
How about you, Habs?
As much as I was commending Leon for his work in the ring and his takedown defense, etc., you could tell that the fight was going towards Usman, right? He had it. If he didn't get duped into getting hit with that left high kick, I thought he was going to win it. And this time round, I think he's going to come in, be extra smart, have a game plan on that, and go on it. And plus, the way he was taking him down, and Leon got gassed out. After round 2, like Raz was saying, he didn't have as much in him. You could see that he was worn down. So this time, I do feel Usman's going to have it. And he's powerful. So he's going to come in with, he's probably going to do the same thing. But smarter, wiser. You learn from your mistakes, isn't it? And you grow and you grow. So I think Usman's going to have it. If he doesn't finish it early, right? Because he took him down quite a few times. But I think he's going to take him down and try to pin him down and maybe finish it with a tap. If not, it will... I don't know if it's going to go all the way. The only thing is Leon's takedown defense is what I sit there and think is going to be troublesome.
I doubt it's going to go all the way.
I doubt it's going to go all the way. Yeah. Maybe 4th round. I think he'll go a bit further than 3rd. Maybe 4th round, TKO, or by submission, because he's doing really well with his wrestling. So by submission or TKO.
Submission, TKO, 4th round, Usman.
Yeah.
Cool. We need to get a prediction table going for all of these predictions, get points and everything, man. But that being said, guys, thanks for joining us for this UFC special, and all have a good evening, day, whatever time you're listening to this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, as we know you always do. And so until next time, peace. Leave a comment on who you think is going to win below, and we'll see you next time. Be noble.